I'm, I saw this video online. I had to go live. I had to go live. This video about me with my ex-wife. So, unfortunately, people would want to drag your personal life into situations, because, they want to play dirty and try to bring your personal life to situation. And from day one, from day one, we had this exploitation of the Africans here, the Gambian brothers and sisters on the continent. Let me just step outside. I have guests. So we've seen this exploitation. We've seen this exploitation, and it's sad. It's sad that we are bringing these American values over to Gambia. So I started watching the video, and I said, let me do, watch this video. Let me go live and actually watch this video so I can see, which I've already know, my ex-wife, what she's gonna say. And if you, like I said, somebody's personal, what does my personal life have to do with what took place last year with this investment? Why is there such a hard push to try to make me look bad, defame my character, stop my, hinder my potential to take care of my family and have a right to build like anybody else? Why is all of this, what took place last year? Now, why is it going to a level where this lady, Shauntey, want to interview my first Gambian wife? I don't know if you guys seen these women putting themselves out here like that. It's really, really crazy, especially when they have done things that are wrong and that are obviously wrong. So I will share with you right now, I've already been in the court process to the police station with regards to, a situation with my ex-wife. And, it's really nobody business. You understand, my personal situation. But since you want to go up here, I'm not going to put any of that business out there. But, whatever we got going on personally, Shauntey should not be inside of that trying to manipulate the situation. Especially, I have 2 children. This is the sick and perverted level that these sisters. Shauntey is not married. It is obvious that she's been over here paying individuals to sleep with her, using her money, using her little bit of resources to be, to go around and, basically exploit young Gambian men who are looking for money and opportunity. As Jibby said in the video, she paid him. You understand? This lady dragged me, had the law enforcement come right to this property regarding the situation last year, right? And trust me, I'm sitting back, I'm not a fool at all. Bring me down there with regard to the situation last year. With the help and support of Juliet, they finally came out of hiding, and showed their alliance, in which basically Shauntey and Phoenix were stooges to be exploited by Juliet as she does. 1 second. Hey, I want to get this area right quick. There's music outside, so you can come watch the video with me on the side. No, I'm doing a live video. So, hey, come here. I'm doing a live video. You can watch the video. You watching it over there? You can watch it here with me. You just be quiet. Don't say anything. time? Hold on one second. Okay. Turn this light. Kala lampu po man. Kato. Stop. Kala lampu. Okay. So the situation last year, what took place. The situation that took place last year. What does that happen, and why is she bringing my ex-wife onto social media? All right. Now we're talking about exploitation. Okay. I will tell you right now, this young lady up here is saying, anybody that know me know I take care of all my children very well. I don't have to sit there and you know, establish that or prove that. My personal life has been under attack from day one. Now ask her, because I was married to Lisa at the time, is this one of the underage women that she said I was sleeping with? Because clearly Lisa is not underage. All right, that's my first wife here. We've been married over 3.5 years. Is this one of the underage women that she said I was sleeping with? All right. So, however, I'm gonna go and play some more of the video. This young lady, Shauntey, talks about, you know, how we have to be united in the whole Pan-African movement, and we supposed to. Man, that's all crap. That's all crap. You can see they're not doing anything. We're giving out pencils.
Story. We are about sisterhood. I came back to the continent to help my brothers and sisters. Right? That's the only way that we're going to be able to build generational wealth, and we're going to pull ourselves out of this nonsense that we are in. We know who created this, and now they can go on and live their lives, and we have to suffer with the repercussions.
Wow, you hear that? This whole feminism idea, man, it's not going to go here. It's very transparent. Very transparent. Her trying to encourage my wife. They want to see me in jail for what? Both of them have done enough to go to jail. Both of them. If I was pushing the issue like that. You understand? But she's going to get up there with this Gambian sister, and she coming from the U.S. Now, my wife, this is not the conduct of a Muslim woman. To go out in the public against her ex-husband, having 2 children, and blatantly make lies. But, you know, we're just watching this whole situation. And Shauntey up here, she got a lot of hate inside of her for her own mistake. Her own mistake, not my mistake. It was her mistake by aligning herself with the wrong people.
Loving each other and not supporting each other and fighting each other for no reason.
This lady brought me to the authorities regarding her house being broken, only to find out that it was the guy that she was sleeping with. And, you know, Kiki Loves Nigeria has put that on blast. More people need to, you know, address this woman, you know, for her activities here in the Gambia. You understand what I'm saying? It's very shameful. And there's no one that can, you know, speak with this lady in terms of, you know, what they've done in her own wrongs that she's done to herself. You understand what I'm saying? You know, people always want to blame somebody else for their issues, somebody else for them problems. It's never them. All right, now she's stooped to a new low and went up here and got my ex-wife, who is supposed to be Muslim, got her up here blurred out. This looked like a Bin Laden terrorist video. You know, I mean, Juliet done used them. Now, my ex-wife, woo! You know, when I came over, I thought, hey, you know, it's going to be, for a large part, it is different. But I never thought I would have to deal with a sister on this side who would have the mentality that is similar to sisters in the U.S. But we're not going to go in and, you know, like I said, we're just going to talk about the situation and not the individuals.
That's not what Pan-Africanism is about.
Pan-African bullshit again.
African people should be about. So, I'm going to let this be known from the beginning. If I can help everyone else, y'all know I'm going to help this sister take care of her children.
Now, this lady trying to go and take care of my children
is about.
But she just told Lisa earlier, no, they're not
So
Quincy's children, they're your children. Are you guys seeing that? She told this lady they're not Quincy's children, they're your children, and I take care of my children very well. So this is what Shauntey is bringing, and this is what she's doing. In the middle of a court case, both of them.
Boy and girl, yes?
Yep.
Is Quincy still your husband? No. And you all just got divorced, yes?
Yes,
a month ago. Has he ever assaulted you?
Yes, he did.
Do you want to tell the story?
Yes.
Okay. Just speak a little bit louder. Yeah.
Yes, Quincy boy traumatized me in the first place before I left that house. He even threw my stuff outside that I have to go back to my family house. By then I was 4 months pregnant.
4 months pregnant?
Yes, with my second child. He strangled me. The first assault, he punched me on my face. It was a horrible thing. I wanted to, and then strangle me. That's all he does always, and he threatened to kill me because he always tell me, ask my first wife in the U.S. I almost killed her. I almost killed her.
And that's Naomi.
Yes.
Naomi.
Yes. And then he said, if you come my way, if you want to stop me, I will do the same thing. You can stop me from my wife, many wives. I said, you can even take care of me. You're still here strongly. How can you take care of another person? You can even take care of your own self. I have 2 children. We work still strongly. Sometimes he'll be outside for days before coming over. He'll be like, you don't have to come my way. You don't pay bills here. You don't do nothing here. And before he got married to me, he even told me, you have to quit your job. I was working before. He made me quit my job.
This is a very, very shameful video. It's a very shameful video. I just wanted to come up here and just listen to a little bit of this video. However, I think it's a good video because it's going to work in my favor with these cases that I have. But for her to bring this young girl, Lisa's not young. She's almost 30 years old. And the circumstances behind her leaving is really nobody. Why I put her out here is nobody's business but ours. But I'll guarantee you what she's telling you is not the truth. I'll watch about 10 more minutes of this video, but like I said, it's a very shameful video that Shauntey will go up here and try to put my personal life on, in front of the public and not deal with the fact of what her situation is.
You know why he did that?
Why?
That's abuse.
Yes.
That's one of the main signs of domestic violence. If you don't have any money coming in, I can control you.
Well, since we going this deep, this young lady Lisa, I thought Lisa was the sweetest person that that you can come run into in the Gambia. Could you close this door for me? I thought Lisa was the sweetest person that you can run into. For a while, she played that part. She played that role. However, when it came, you can hit the light over there. When it came time for me to take other wives, and that's what it was all about. When it came time for me to, take other wives or another wife, she turned into a whole totally different person. And like I said, she'll sit there. Turn your camera, sir. Or is anyone having... Right. Why is she getting my business? Because, they're both of these women are very, very hurt because they had failed relationships with me. I am very, very happy with my situation because if you're not working, if we have an agreement or a marriage and you're not playing your part, then, you know, I'm old enough where I know how to move on relatively quickly. You know, so all of this stuff, Lisa getting up there saying, you know, because she's hurt, she has my 2 children there. Your camera is sideways, sir. Okay, it's sideways. I'm sorry if the camera was sideways. I tried to do it in the wide view. Is everything okay now? Now, actually, I just had a situation with the young lady, Lisa, since she wants to put things out there. And we had to go to the authorities, you know, 2 times, one for a vehicle and then one for a large amount of money that I gave to her. You know, the money that she has is more money. It's enough money to take care of my children for about 3 or 4 years. You know, based on Gambia standards in terms of middle class, upper middle class. Okay? Her sitting there saying that I don't take care of the children, that's an absolute and complete lie. You know, so this is a new low for Shauntey, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. Hey, could you turn that one off? And, you know, they're always talking about my personal situation. I've been good over here. You know, I got 3 or 4 wives. Shauntey slept with many men here already. But that's okay. All right? Answer your question.
With my grandchild, and I married him. He was showing all respect and descent and everything. He was just showing this to me. And we got married. All this time when I had my first child, Max, I was enduring this until I got pregnant with my second child. Then I was born my God.
Wait, so he assaulted you while you were pregnant?
Many times.
Yo, it's, you know, these women, these women.
He told me have to go today in front of my sister.
So you were pregnant and he said you gotta go. He kicked you out?
Yes. Kicked me out. Strangled me, punched me again, and told me that you have to leave now.
Listen, that right here,
my first child was
right here,
that night.
if you believe this,
Was this the person?
Something my sister started crying, yelling. And he said, you need to go to your family house. I can stay with you.
okay.
So he kicked you out while you were pregnant?
Yes.
If anyone, if anybody
Was this the
would
your
like
daughter or your
to
son?
see,
Wow. Did he
well,
always
you know
teach
what?
you?
We're not even gonna. I'm not even gonna address this one after that. But this is a new low. This is a new low. Yeah, these are, you know, like I said, even my wife right there, she's an absolute liar. She's an absolute liar. And I think everybody need to know the truth, man. You know what I mean? Everybody need to know the truth. You know, I kicked her out of here because she was going through my phone. You know, I was, you know, I started to court another wife. Culturally, we can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you come over culturally and religiously, you know, you can have, there's people here for generations, centuries that have more than one wife. That's just the way it is on the continent. All right? For those who are coming over, you understand? If you don't understand that, that don't means that it's some type of abuse going on, or, you know, there's underage marriage taking place. That's that Western nonsense propaganda you have inside of your mind. You know, so to bring these you know, in the front, they talking about, they want to see me go to jail for what? For what? I ain't there yet because I ain't do nothing to go there. But because they, this young lady, she messed her whole opportunity up. She could have, you know, because she's not in that place. And she has 2 children by me, and there's no way she should be up here trying to stop me in any way from being able to take care of the children at the level that I've been taken care of. You know, there's nobody that can look at me on this social media and make the, assumption that, or would see me as somebody that just is an irresponsible person. You understand what I'm saying?
Sometimes we stop.
While you were pregnant?
When I was pregnant, I was having my first child, and I was pregnant, my second child.
You're a strong woman, you know that, right? You know the ancestors in our lives with you, right?
You see that? Now she's playing religion, the ancestors and the lies with you. And this young lady violated one of the laws that's inside the Holy Quran. All right? She did not agree, and it's not her particularly. It's not her particularly. A lot of women, and I think it's a good area that we need to talk about as far as polygamy and things like that. And it's unfortunate that you have this woman from the West that comes over with this monogamous mentality and, to minimize men and emasculate men mentality. And then she finds a friendship in this, what would appear to be a humble, pious woman. This woman is not humble and pious to one degree. We need to bring, I'm going to start bringing the camera to the courtroom and the court cases. Both times that I brought this young lady to the authorities, they had to calm her down because she was acting like the chick from The Exorcist. She was acting like the chick from Exorcist. I was just like, whoa. All because she feels like I did her wrong. Now she's up here lying about me. I never put my hands on her. And she's up here lying. She has no record of that or anything. But as I said, I'm just looking at this video. Okay, stop bashing women. What the hell you mean stop bashing women? These women up here talking about me. Did I get up there and say anything to them? You're off my channel, buddy. Go find a loser life to live. Hold on, I didn't mean to hide. I mean to block his ass. I'm gonna unhide him. Let me see now. Okay, I'll hide the user on the channel. It's a sick thing when people want to defend. It's okay that these women tear down the man. It's leave that in America. Don't come over here with that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even come over here with that nonsense. Okay, so Shauntey's hurt because she ruined the opportunity not only for herself but for everybody else, and she does not want to admit that she made a mistake and hooked up with the wrong person when she got here, which we all know. We all know how that situation turned out. It turned out horrible for them. Horrible. And it's just been, everyone, we had hundreds of people coming over to our network. I'm here, I'm established, been established, not much happened. I don't put everything on YouTube, but if you guys look on YouTube, you didn't see me getting all skinnier and littler, looking like Al Sharpton, or this chick right here, just crazy and manic. I'm here living good. I got 3 wives. Lisa would have been 4, but she have these Western values, these Western mentality. And I'm not sitting here speaking about Lisa, Shauntey. I'm looking at this video, and it's it doesn't even bother me because I've been through a lot. And as you grow in life, you're gonna grow through relationships. But I'm looking at this black sister from the U.S. over here influencing this sister here, Africa. She don't know nothing about Islam, and trying to reinforce her monogamous Western feminist mentality on this young lady in the name of Allah. Okay, these women, this is all, I've seen it coming to this point, but what I see happening I seen it coming to this point. I told everybody last year. I was like, I told Julia and Adrian, hey, listen, if we're not united here, it's going to turn out bad for a lot of people, particularly us. How are we going to be sitting here as leaders of the movement, you know, fighting amongst each other? You don't like me, you know, you're telling people don't talk to Kwesi, you know, you got, everybody camp saying don't talk to this other person, right? And that's the energy that's around here. So that energy being that's energy around here, you see, it's a breeding ground for people like Shauntey. Phoenix, Phoenix been pretty much chilling and, in this situation, but so much been done and a lot of stuff is gonna come out. So we're gonna see, particularly now that Juliet's been, singled out in this whole process, as everyone see. And Kiki, Love Nigeria, is doing a great job in her investigation. Like Exodus Alliance was able to determine in just a couple weeks. It didn't even take them long to see that was BS going on here, and it shouldn't have took anyone else. But the vast majority of the people, they play into that victim role. Now she has my wife up here. She has no respect. My ex-wife doesn't have any respect as well, going up here as a Muslim woman, and speaking on her ex. This is exactly why we divorced, because she had the capacity to do something like this. No one who is a humble and respectful wife will ever try to put herself out in front of a Western market to say she want her. This is not no woman That's the feminism does not liberate women. It oppresses them. It makes them see men as the enemy, and see themselves as a masculine, principle.
Because you're still here, and I've seen your beautiful children, and they are happy. I know the baby was sleeping, but
okay.
Max is running around and he's happy.
So now this lady's over my children's house, that this lady will not let me go see one of my biggest enemies here. Look how sick this thing is. Which most of the public is finding out now that, Shauntey, Phoenix, the Coalition of African Descendants, Blacksit, all of them conspired together to bring that disruption. And we see a continuation of this. Now this lady, and this is all incriminating evidence and information, defamation, slander, continuation. Even with Lisa, this is not a good look for her in the court. Okay? So just like when this thing started, we had so many people willing to put our sisters out there in a shameful way on their platform. Negro Peon, that's expected of him. That's what he do. His name is Negro Peon. All right? So he's there to support and promote European values, which is basically the devaluation of our women and the emasculation of our men. So this video up here is completely a show of her lack. Yeah, Kiki, excellent job. And more of this is going to come out, more is going to come out as we move out. But like I said, this video, this young lady here, I will tell you, she's a liar. She's lied in front of the police, and I'm not gonna, they already have letters. We're gonna go full throttle with this. Everything is out there. As I said, Lisa, she has taken enough money to support her and those children very, very comfortably, and she is in violation of court order. You understand what I'm saying? So just to let you know, since we're gonna put it out there and it gotta be public, if it have to be public, let it be public. You understand what I'm saying?
Because he doesn't even care. He doesn't even know whether he I just abandoned us for a whole 2 years now. It's almost 2 years now.
And when I got here, he had, I think it was 3 or 4 wives. But when I took him to serious crimes,
2.
Well, when I got here, it was Ida, Ami, and Yasin. Right? There was 3 of them.
No.
Ami was pregnant. The maid was pregnant.
That was the maid, yes.
Yes. And
Ami.
then when I saw him at serious crimes.
Hey, Ami. They said you was the maid here. I'm talking to my wife now. Hey, they said you were the maid. Were you ever a maid here?
No.
Okay. Do we have house help here? How many house help we have here?
We have more.
How many? 2 or 3? So you don't have to clean up here, right? Right. I was not married to Ida. Ida just worked here, so these ladies don't know what they're talking about. Lisa knows my first wife. Well, Yasin would have been my second one. She knows her very well. Their family's very close. Lisa tried to keep a vehicle that belonged to me that I allowed her to use. And, you know, we ended up going to the police, and she saw Yasin there. And the type of profanity that was coming out of her mouth was on the level, like I said, of The Exorcist. You understand what I mean? Multiple times I've had to remove myself from this young lady's presence because of what you guys are seeing here, her willingness to put her family. You know, my worst enemies, you're gonna bring around my children.
Last month, there was a different woman. I don't even know who she is.
Now, she's the promiscuous one. You hear them, I'm married.
Islam. Because
He told me a story that in the U.S. he slept with his maid downstairs, then the wife cuffed him. So they had some health issues.
That's a complete lie.
yeah, he
That's a
he can't-
complete
he can't
lie.
keep his stuff in his pants, but people are so worried about what's going on between my legs.
Yeah, you see, she's upset because she's been exposed for sleeping with all of these boys there. Now she's
Like
trying
I
to,
said,
wow.
Let me ask you this. Have you been to the police?
Yes.
Yes.
I went to the police.
Now let's see, let me see.
Which
I didn't.
Like a police station or...
Nearby their house in Bruce Lee.
Okay, so Bruce City Police Station.
Yes.
And did you go to, have you been to Banjul, like to serious crimes or anything?
No, I never been to Banjul.
She's lying. I brought her to Banjul. Oh, she is lying. I brought her to Banjul to serious crimes for the money that she took.
And bars.
You and me both, girl.
Yes.
You and me both.
That's what I want because he's just here marrying wife, dumping them, marrying anyone, dumping them, 6 years.
And then
Look, she's upset.
He's not taking care of his children.
She's upset because I took other wives. You know, if that's something, you know, culturally, it's a hard thing. Like I said, it's a hard thing. No one should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. However, you can't agree to be into a marriage, an Islamic marriage, and then deny the husband the right to take more wives. You know, Lisa, you know, and her family got a lot more going on than I, you know, want to put out there in the public. You know, however, it's important to have male leadership. You know, my other wives, they have male leadership. And when we have issues, we bring those issues before their family members. I have one of my advisors here. You guys know it's always busy around here. You know what I mean? Before everybody came, and still is. You know what I mean? It's busy for me. These people are wandering around here having casual sex, trying to blame everything that's wrong here in the Gambia on me. You know, to stop my flow, to stop my blessings. You understand? But they're hurting other people because I'm a self-starter.
I grew up as a Christian, but I am spiritual. I don't...
Christian values.
No disrespect to anyone else. I respect the Muslim religion. I fasted for Ramadan.
You heard that? You heard what she said? No disrespect to anyone else. That's all. Our mental health community needs to step up. Okay? And, you know, I know it's going to be hard, but we need to speak on these things. Brothers, if you're watching this video, speak on this sister and how she really does have a problem with Islam. And I've heard some horrible things said about Prophet Muhammad from, you know, I'm not going to say her name, but one of the people I'm just, in this dispute with, how she felt about him and his wives and his wife Aisha. and attributed, pedophilia to the, and these are things that are, punishable by death here. You understand what I'm saying? These things and this direction that these women from the West, in Islamic countries, to insult the Prophet, to insult Islam, to come into Islamic country, and with the promotion of homosexuality and promiscuity. This is what this lady represents. This is what this lady represents. That movement. Okay? Nobody else have come on this YouTube. She got a blurred out screen. All right, because Kiki made that video about her being promiscuous. And I'm doing this video so the brothers that's coming over here could, I was gonna do a video a while ago, because it was maybe about a month ago, Happy Companion came out with a video talking about fake Muslims and all of that. And my wife at that time commented up there. And I was gonna come back and make a video called, fake virgins, fake Pan-Africans, something like that. I was gonna come back and make a video, but I took the high road. I said, I'm not even gonna put things on blast like that. You understand what I mean? But however, I am addressing all situations. I'm addressing all drama. And however, as I said, this thing with Shauntey and the that are like her, this is a cancer. Shauntey is a cancer. America's philosophy, ideology is a cancer, and that cancer has made its way over to the continent in a sick way. And on the continent itself, of course, we have been heavily colonized, and even though religiously and culturally, we have our guidelines. Many of the women are falling into the Western idea and philosophy of monogamy and feminism. And this is what you're seeing, and that's what you go all seeing. That's what destroyed the men are the leaders. I don't know when you all were born, but there was a time where the men actually were leaders in the community. Our community haven't seen that in decades. Since the 60s, when you had these masculine men and these militant masculine movements. However, since then, that has all been destroyed by the powers that be. Destroyed black masculinity, and through the media and through music and entertainment, BET has created a generation of people whose sexual orientation could fall in at least 8 different categories. No, it's no longer male, female. There's multiple categories that fall up under sexual orientation. And all of this start. I remember I was watching on Facebook. Why? I was watching on Facebook. I'm not going to answer any questions up here, especially silly ones. In Islam, you can have more than one wife. You can take care of them, and I can obviously do that very well. So I saw this image that goes around on Facebook, and you have a woman. The woman, she's like, I hate men, right? And the daughter behind her, and the daughter's like, I don't want a man, right? And then the little boy is behind the little girl, and he's like, I don't want to be a man. All right? This is a part of a cultural norm in the U.S. And that's why I left. I left the U.S. so that, I got to the point where I've realized that I can't change everybody. I can't get everybody to see the light. DMF, I'm blocking you from here, brother. Let's see. All right. As I said before, there's no question about my ability to be a man. That's why I have so many wives, because there's not a lot of men out there. So I can fulfill the role of, the boyfriend easily and beyond that. And that's culturally here. It's accepted culturally. And I have legitimate, real marriages. You understand what I'm saying? And however, you can do that if you have the capacity to take more than one wife. It's okay. Hey, Glambia Global TV, how are you? They went to a new low. I'm looking at this video, my ex-wife up here telling 80% lies. You know, however, I wanted to address that because it's something that I wanted to address. You know, my wives that I have now, they're great. Like I said, they came from backgrounds where they have men. You know, their fathers were in the equation, and their brothers are there. You know, this young lady, not so much so. It's just woman in her household. She doesn't have proper guidance. And, you know, for her to try to form an alliance with two of the worst enemies to myself in the repatriation movement, this only shows, you know, the sickness of the individuals coming over here trying to, or bringing division, causing division.
When I walk past the mosque and I hear the call to prayer, if I'm on the phone, I quiet down, you know, because I don't have to be a Muslim, but I can respect someone's religion. But if you know my heart and you follow my channel, you know God is in here, right?
God in there.
Explain to me a little bit about Islam and being able to have 4 wives.
In Islam, the man is permissible to marry 4 wives if you can treat them equally. And if you're a true Muslim, you're a practicing Muslim.
Practicing Muslim means you pray 5 times a day.
Yes. You pray 5 times a day. You fast. You give out zakat, like charity.
Oh.
You go to Makkah.
How often do you have to give charity?
It depends yearly, like how your wealth is, that's how you're going to give.
I have never heard that. Okay.
Hey, let me break something down for you. You know, take you up a notch in knowledge. Now, Islam, as given to the Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago, was given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the form of a religion. Okay, so you have 73 sects of Islam. Not all sects of Islam pray. They or do salat. That is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the religion. Prior to Islam as a religion, there was Islam as a way of life as practiced by Abraham, the prophet Abraham. Now, if anyone has read the Holy Quran, and I'm not going to sit here because I've studied Holy Quran and Bible, as I always tell people, I was in the Nation of Islam over 25 years ago. And my whole life has been a life of dedication and study. Oh, no, the situation with me and my ex-wife is going to be public, you know, and it's something that I'm going to put in the book and everything because you all need to know. You know, I'm a high profile person. You know, I'm in the media. I'm out here. So, you know, my life is out there for scrutiny, especially when you have people in my life that go out and they do things like this. You know, anybody that's in you know, my wives or my inner circle, they all sign confidentiality agreements stating that they would not go out and share any of how I do my thing with the public because, first of all, it's not out there for public scrutiny. And hold on. Okay, somebody says that Islam does not allow you to impregnate your wife and leave them. Bro, that's not my style. So, you know, what you're saying is not based on anything that's actually true because she didn't tell you about the apartment that she had, nor the money that I gave her to open up businesses multiple times that just, you know, disappeared into thin air. But like I said, you know, we have to be careful because these women will put themselves out there thinking that, you know, Kwesi won't say anything. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's not going to stoop this low. You know, I'm not, but I will stand up for the truth. You know, and you know, if you're coming over here and you're taking these sisters to get married, you want to make sure you get a sister who have a strong family background where the father's there. This is I'm making these videos, and it's gonna help me too in terms of, you know, educating my children, because these videos will probably be around a lot longer than I will. And when I got married with her, that was my first wedding ceremony here of 4. You know, however, her father was there at the time, but he's been long gone out of the equation, and her uncles, and you know, so it was a big process. She had to come, and she had to, when she came, she actually had to have her back to us when her father asked her, did she want to marry me? And I was like, wow, these women are really submissive here. So I thought, it looked good, but when we started having problems, it was like, hey, you know, I can't tell her nothing, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I thought y'all controlled them over here. Or not control them, or they have respect for their, you know, she's not doing the right thing. You know, everything's here laid out for her. You know, one of her relatives told her, hey, you lucky to have somebody from America, and I'm not just an ordinary person. Like I said, I'm a self-starter. Me and a couple of my wives and we just came back from Ghana. I'm pretty sure she's bitter about that, but she could have went. It would have been all of us on a plane with my money. Me keeping my life private, brother, it's not, you know, you talking to the wrong people. Call Shauntey. She closed out her comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now she's trying to familiarize herself with Islam.
To Jamaica.
Oh.
Jamaica.
Oh, okay. You have to fast for the Eid. You have to follow Tabaski rules, right?
Yes.
Shaka, you must not be from, with a name like Shaka, you should be ashamed of talking about, if I have more kids with more than one wife, the other kids will find out. This is Africa, buddy, so I'm going to hide you from this channel. Bye.
Yes, exactly.
So you are a practicing Muslim, yes? Would you say that he is a practicing Muslim?
No. No.
So he's just using Islam to have multiple wives?
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying before, the nature of the black man is peace. And Islam means peace. Islam means total submission and obedience to the will of Allah. By nature, when Allah created man, he created man to be right. He didn't make man to be wrong. So when he created man, that was the nature in which he created the man, the original man. So for millennials, we lived on this planet for a large part in peace. That's how we were able to be colonized, because we weren't a people who dealt in falsehood and lies and trickery. But the opposite man, that's opposite of the black man nature, that's how he was made. You have created man that comes directly from God, right? And I'm just gonna give you all a little knowledge. I don't, you know, you see, I be building here with my people on higher level. You know, we here. You know, I never asked for the role of a teacher, but I am that. And I'm studied enough to be able to speak on the subject. You know, so you have the created man who has the nature of righteousness. Then you have God. God created man. Let's just say Adam in this scenario. All right. Let's say Adam, because most people identify with Adam with being the first man. However, he created Adam to be right. And then, see, then from Adam came woman. All right, so one came directly from God and one came from man. Okay, that's where you might have heard the saying, a made man. Okay, cool. So like I said, Shauntey stooped to a new low because she is being exposed. She brought me to the police and said, bad enough, she brought me to Banjul about a civil case. But I was sitting back watching because I have another enemy that was behind the scenes. presenting false documentations against me, Juliet Ryan and Shauntey, a false report that was done last year, that the Exodus Alliance, as well as everybody involved with it, agreed that the report was a report that was inconclusive. Information was interjected into that report by my clear enemies to try to make me look bad and to redirect investment money, you know, and we see how that worked out. These sisters made themselves out to be, you know, saviors of the movement. They were going to come here. They was exposing everything, and you know, they were going to be the saviors. You know, you see them all throughout their correspondence, asking for donations, send us money. You know, trying to pull investors, and then after 1 week, okay, she said, why? Hold on. Why am I blocking people? Because they're asking questions that that shows that they're not at a level to discuss this issue. I had one individual, he said that, oh, if you have more than one child, then the other children are going to see these other children in the future. This is not a monogamous society. That's how it is in Africa. Okay, this is not America, where you're having you know, children out of wedlock and you having it. So his name is Shaka, right? Shaka. But Shaka comes onto the platform and presents a Western idea about African culture. So Shaka has to get blocked. I'm trying to make room to speak with people who are intelligent. I don't got time to be reading stupid comments like that. Your name is Shauntey. From my name is Kwesi. That's all Ghanaian. Okay, let's keep it African. Let's keep it real Pan-African. These fake Western fraud Pan-African, UK fraud Pan-Africanists are being exposed. Juliet had a whole video. I had an audio about how she hate Americans. I've been knew that. You know, I was sitting back. That's why you seen all that negative against me and Art. That's why you seen that. You know, just hating. Now I'm watching this video and this lady saying I'm a fake Muslim, right? The Prophet Muhammad shared that 3 generations after him won't be of him. And I teach on this, all right? And you can look this up. If you look on my wall right here, there was a time 1400 years ago. That's when true Islam existed. The Prophet Muhammad in Hadith said, 3 generations after me will not be of me. You will not even see me in them, right? So if you calculate the generations, Islam declined. These are steers. So Islam declined. The best generations of Islam was when his grandchild passed away. Oh, I'm blocking people from my channel that are up here just talking that just stupid. I thought her name was Shauntey. I thought she was gonna have something positive, but she's talking about I don't leave none of mine. So Islam declined. This is Islam 1400 years ago, okay? And Islam declined. So that's why you'll see today people saying, hey, you know, is it in her? She's sitting there judging me, talking about if I'm a Muslim, most people that know me know that I'm a good person. Shauntey is talking about she's a spirit. She's a Christian. This is how hypocritical she is. She's a Christian, but she's more spiritual. So you won't see her practicing Christian values, although she is. In her loose Western philosophy and culture that she's bringing to Africa. Now she has this sister who claims to be a Muslim out here lying. As the Prophet Muhammad said, 3 generations after him, they'll bear false testament. And that's exactly what you see there. Anybody who know me know that I always take care of my children very well. People aspire and have aspired for a couple decades now to live my type of lifestyle as they saw me grow and develop after coming from nothing. I wasn't born with opportunities that other may have, even women. in our society have more opportunity and more flexibility and freedom than we do, and we have to be 3 times better than our white counterparts, even 4 or 5 times, but depending on where you come from. So that's the dynamic, the hell dynamic created in America, and the remnants of these hellish thinkers, because America is being destroyed. So you have people trying to come over here, but they stick out like a sore thumb.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
He will always pretend like he's Muslim and everything. He wear the kufa, he wear beads, the prayer beads and everything. But he's not.
I'll tell you, 80% of the Muslims here don't pray. That's something that every Muslim struggle with. But every sect of Islam don't pray. In the Holy Quran, I'm going to teach on this right here. In the Holy Quran, it talks of how the remembrance of Allah is greater than prayer. So this is what happens all the time. It's a lot of corruption here. This is supposed to be a Muslim country, but you will get ripped off. You will get ripped off here. So the remembrance of Allah. So you have people who pray, and then when they get up from prayer, that's all they do. They don't remember Allah in their dealings. Okay, as evident in this video. They don't remember our duty, and they get up and they go right into corrupt activities and things like that. So true Islam, or one who is truly righteous, he's righteous in conduct, not in practice. He's righteous by nature. He doesn't practice. The practice was given to people who were not righteous by nature, who nature isn't righteous. We just lost our way, if you guys can understand that. So Islam is our way of life. It's and it's peace. Like I said, to sit there and she's going up here and she's judging me. I was in the Nation of Islam. We don't practice traditional Orthodox Islam. You understand? Orthodox, the Islamic religion as given to the Prophet Muhammad has been hijacked by a Saudi empire. By the Saudi empire. And then when you see Islam, they look down on black Muslims. There's a lot of division in Islam. Islam, as a religion, as a tool to world leaders and men in power, is brought corruption to Islam, as Prophet Muhammad shared. So I heard somebody say, Kwesi, well, the sister just mentioned it. She said, Kwesi don't seem to be a pious Muslim. And I beg to differ when you get to know me, but I'm not a Muslim that you're going to see walking around, acting the part. I'm not a Muslim like that. I'm not a religious Muslim. I'm more spiritual, like Tay-Tay, travel with Tay-Tay.
So he's just acting. When it comes to Islam, I know Kwesi drinks. I know that. Does he drink in abundance? Like in excess? Too much?
Yes, too much.
Yes? Where he doesn't know who he is?
Yes.
When he assaulted you, was he always drunk?
Yes.
How was he when he was sober? When he wasn't drunk?
He's calm.
Ah.
Yes, he always talk like something that will favor you, but it always favors him. So when you walk, you have to walk. The first time I was trying to walk with Kwesi, but then I was trying with my son, my first child. But then he stopped. He said, I don't want you to go up downstairs again. You just need to stop. You need just to be upstairs and stay there.
Like a slave?
Yes. That's how Sister Julia met me.
Yeah.
Yes, I was not. They were downstairs. I was upstairs the whole day.
So when he was working with
I was upstairs.
a slave?
Yes. That's how.
Okay, let me break this down. When she was here, I had classes downstairs. All right. My wife Yasin, she's a beast. Yasin is running 3 businesses, and this is what this young lady is upset about. When I was here, I was doing classes downstairs. This young lady stayed on social media. When I got married to her, her people told me, hey, if she on social media too much, you know, just let us know, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not even going to go into it because it's absolutely ridiculous. I empower women. I don't, you know.
Sister Juliet met me.
Yeah.
Sister
Yes,
Juliet.
She met me downstairs. I was upstairs the whole day.
So when he was working with Blackset, that's when you met Juliet, and he always kept you upstairs.
Since before Juliet was there.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So Juliet probably asked about you multiple times. I wonder what he said.
Yes.
You know.
What does that imply? Juliet must have asked. She was upstairs. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You know, this house, like I said, you know, we are here thriving. We are here living. Nobody's suppressed here. This is a ridiculous video here to promote the idea of women oppression here in Africa, when it, you know, especially with this lady, it did not exist. Is she hiding that diamond ring? That I gave her 2 diamond rings. Let me see if she got those on.
I'm
Okay,
so
hold
sorry
on.
this happened to you.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
he has tried to, even, you know,
Nah, she fine.
even Juliet, you have seen how he's talked about her online and disrespected her.
Yes, I just feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna-
You know, that's misogynistic.
I'm not gonna bring my wives up here because we don't need to. I would share more pictures and stuff, but trust me, the pictures and stuff and how we live, it will make people very highly jealous of us, you know, because people already, you know, shun Islam, you know. Hey, sit right here for me. I had somebody. You don't want to talk? Okay. So I have one of my wives right here. Come here, let me. Okay. But yeah, I have one of my wives right here. It was like, you should have your wife come up here, one of your wives come up to defend my character. I was like, you know, I ain't got to defend my character. All they can look.